back. After yet another violent street brawl involving 200 people, Victoria Police are facing further criticism with claims they've lost control to street gangs.
First, this report. I'm ready for that war. Yeah, that war. If a on his mouth, I'll break his jaw.
Oh, it's a shambles and it's a disgrace.
Melbourne has a law and order problem.
Thugs running wild, causing chaos on our streets.
I thought it had been a shooting that had happened because it sounded that horrific.
So I woke up and saw the car with the back windows smashed and the other one as well over there.
You know, it's something from the movies. You don't expect to see that 200 metres from your house.
One piggy, two piggy, big bad wolf. I'm a menace to society when I smoke that kush.
At the centre of this terrifying brawl, a record company with links to Melbourne gang menace to society. They're angry, violent, and they've got an axe to grind with a current affair.
And now there's a new threat to public safety. A gang calling itself Menace to Society. In a moment, we'll talk to a former organised crime squad detective turned MP.
A group that we've been well and truly aware of and we've been monitoring.
It's reignited debate over whether police are doing enough to tackle gang violence and protect the innocents who become collateral damage.
I think the general public are absolutely disgusted.
Former Police Commissioner Cal Blair believes Victoria Police has lost the plot.
We seem to have a new form of policing where we don't actually arrest anyone when they're committing offences. We try and scramble around and find them afterwards. Obviously it's not working.
It started as an event for 66 Records held at the Gasometer Hotel in trendy Collingwood in Melbourne's inner city. Just before 3 a.m. on Sunday, a fight broke out and around 200 youths spilled onto Smith Street.
It actually looks like a stampede of people.
A terrifying sight, with many armed with makeshift weapons. One man in his car allegedly accelerating towards a crowd, hitting and seriously injuring an 18-year-old. It's been reported the teen, who's now had his leg amputated, may have been interviewed by police about the murder investigation into the death of 19-year-old La Chol, who was stabbed during an Airbnb party earlier this year.
A lot of screaming. It sounded like a whole lot of different kinds of people. Young people, though. It sounded more like a riot.
We do not feel very safe now, especially at night. We're looking over our shoulders, behind the back. When it's a dark street, you said, yeah, should I go? That was not the feeling like a few weeks ago. So it has changed something. It has definitely changed something.
And it wasn't just these thugs hurting each other. Xavier Mikel was one of a few residents who had their car windows smashed.
They didn't steal anything, so that was pure vandalism. Just the idea to break something, damage something.
Police had known about this event for some time. They knew there'd be individuals there who had a criminal history and connections.
There was no intelligence to say that there was going to be any brawling, fighting, assaults or anything of that nature.
I think maybe they thought they were giving that sort of community some faith that they wouldn't act that way. It's unfortunate that they did.
We've been broken into probably over the last 2 years about 4 or 5 times through the front doors, and they just come in, grab and...
Peter Donnellan owns a basketball outlet a few doors down from the hotel.
They're mainly Sudanese that have been in that position, have come into the store, and now we lock the doors when they come in. They never buy anything. And they call us racist because we're doing it, but the only option is what the police have told us, is to lock the door and search them on the way out.
To the shock of locals, no one was arrested that night. Today, Police Minister Lisa Neville came to the defence of officers on the Neil Mitchell program.
If you have 200 people and you've got a handful of police, it's a very difficult scenario to be making large arrests.
So you say that there is no such thing as a no arrests policy?
There, absolutely. We've seen 700 arrests since March.
There needs to be arrests made when these offences are committed. They need to be arrested, taken before the courts, and the courts need to respond with some fairly severe sentences. And if that happened a few times, then this would disappear as a problem very quickly.